Okay, so hey guys, I'm Makotoa here from the Go Mango podcast. We are on our new site, the Play Mango. It's going to be where we do all things gaming related. Right now, I have with me my friend Patrick.
Hello.
We're going to be talking about the new Smash Bros. Portion of the Nintendo Direct that just aired today at Nintendo's E3, or I guess presentation for the conference. Oh, going into this, I was getting super hyped. I looked into quite a bit of different news articles and rumor craft going around. So some of the new character reveals and stuff were like, oh, some of this actually got leaked, or potentially somebody maybe got it right by chance. But I mean, we have things from Snake all the way to Ridley, of all things, kind of crazy. But those things had been rumored, so if you were keeping up with it, it might not be as big a surprise as some would have thought. But at the same time, it's still amazing to see that it actually came true. We actually have these characters in the game. Patrick, what did you think of some of the new reveals that we got? How are you going into this?
Well, I this time around I tried to avoid as many rumors as possible. I wanted to try to feel genuinely surprised about everything that would have been revealed, and yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. Starting with the biggest bombshell, all the fighters of the past are returning in this game.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, it was one thing for it to be like, oh yeah, Snake's returning, and oh, like we get Splatoon character and Ridley as new playable characters, and obviously like Ice Climbers coming back was something that a lot of people were thinking was going to happen just because he left the previous game because of restrictions with technological stuff on the 3DS. But to say that every single character, that's probably the biggest crazy reveal of all. Every single playable character that has ever been in a Smash Bros. Game is in this game, is going to be in this game. That is insane. From like Pichu of all things to like we saw Solid Snake coming back and Wolf coming back. Holy crud, I have a friend who's super hyped about Wolf's return because he used to play him all the time back in Brawl.
Yeah, they even brought back Youngling from Melee, making it a grand total of 3 different versions of Link.
Oh yeah, that was. Oh my gosh, the more the merrier, because they even have like a new name for the clone characters, apparently, something like Echo character or something like that. Whatever the case may be, I mean, the more the merrier. I got my main back in. I'm happy, so I'm sure everyone else is happy to get their character back, be it a clone or not. And so I don't see why anyone would be disappointed with this presentation. Like, everyone can rest easy now, knowing that their main or their favorite is going to be back in the game.
Oh, exactly. And you and I in particular were a little worried that some characters would actually get a boot because of popularity things, but no, to see that they all.
Yeah, everyone's back. It's freaking crazy. Even the Mii characters, which I mean, like, if there was anything that I could have been okay with not being involved anymore, it was the Mii's, because, I don't know, like, the way that, Nintendo, especially with the Switch, has sort of downplayed the whole Mii thing. It's like, are they important anymore? Are they worth commenting on anymore? I guess Mii's are still play a big part in Nintendo's history, so even if they're not as relevant, they deserve to come back too, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I always found the concept of Mii fighters to be fun, but when it, I will admit that the way they were handled in Smash 4 was a little bit chaotic. Out of all the characters, they relied most heavily on the ability to customize your movesets.
Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work coming forward. But then again, they did say that there would be like 12 different potential move combinations or something like that between all the Mii fighters. So maybe custom moves are coming back. We didn't really get an idea for it. And maybe it's just for the Mii fighters. But either way, again, like I said, I can't really complain. More the merrier. I got Lucario back in. That's all I care about, y'all. And then my best friend, friggin' Skybound Terror, I'll name shout out him. Like, he used to main Pokemon Trainer back in the day, and to have Ivysaur and Squirtle come back, which I never expected that to happen. I thought, you know, they went back on the character transformations, you know, and I didn't think that they'd ever, you know, go back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and because Zero Suit Samus is still treated as a separate character, so.
Oh yeah, and same with Sheik. So I mean, I guess for Pokemon Trainer, it works best that way because it'd be kind of weird, I guess, to have like just Squirtle and just Ivysaur if they were gonna bring back everyone. So, you know, I mean, my friend who in Smash 4 and 3DS and Wii U, he mained Charizard, and that was just his way of being able to still play sort of Pokemon Trainer, right? Because he got to do that. But he's happy to have all three back now, so good on him. I'm happy for him as well. We also got to see, speaking of Pokemon, we got to see some new assist trophies and new Pokemon items. I think Beware was in it. Lunala? Is that it? No. What's that freaking moon Pokemon? The new Pokemon X and Y. Gosh, is it Lunala? It might be.
I think it's Lunala. I mean, I haven't actually completely played through Pokemon Moon yet. I've been kind of on and off about that, but.
Right. But some new features with that, like I think Bomberman. Bomberman's now an assist trophy. Holy crud! I mean, I would have preferred him to be a playable character, but I'm just happy to see him in the game. Like, honestly.
Yeah, and I know a ton of people that would have rather have seen some of these assist trophies be playable characters. Shoutouts to all those Waluigi fans out there.
Oh yeah, rest in peace. So man, and like, you know, that soft confirmation that we found out not too long ago, going through the character trailers on the official Smash Bros. Website right now, because they have they pretty much made character trailers for every single character that was revealed, and apparently, what was it? Another assist trophy has been confirmed from Star Fox, right?
Crystal from Star Fox Adventure specifically.
Yeah, rest in peace anyone who actually hoped that Crystal would be a playable character in Smash. But
yeah.
At any rate,
Admittedly, I'm not really surprised. Nintendo seems to try to act like games after 64 don't exist, for better or worse.
Mm-hmm. But hey, you know, I think they've listened to, or I think they got a lot of information from the last ballot on what people really wanted. And I'm sure Bomberman and Crystal were probably up there. So to see them represented at the very least as assist trophies, I'm sure is kind of a testament to their popularity in people wanting them to be in the game. So I'm actually happy that they're represented at all, you know.
Yeah, drinking in, people. Nintendo usually doesn't do this.
Seriously. Oh, so many third parties coming back. Like, all the third parties. Like, wow.
Yeah, I was, again, going back to the not expecting every characters to come back, I was expecting a lot of third-party characters to get the boot, you know, to make way for new faces.
Yeah. And honestly, like, this entire presentation was pretty much a character roster reveal. That's all it really was. Like, we got a few things about, like, gameplay changes. Like, one thing I'm sure that a lot of people are thinking is kind of crazy is the new directional air dodging mechanic.
Yeah.
So you can, like, pivot one direction or another, which could help you recover even, as we saw featured with, like, Little Mac making it back to the stage as a result. But, like, just
a good example, considering Little Mac's terrible recovery in the last game.
We didn't really get a lot more about the mechanics in general. I think, like, we don't even know if Rage is still a thing. I'm sure some people are going to be watching through the footage and finding out, like, whether or not it is, because they're just that good and they'll probably be able to tell. But that's something that some people didn't want to come back in the game, and who knows? We'll find out eventually. I'm sure we'll find out very soon, depending on how fast people, like, pick apart the content that we've seen so far. But yeah, this seemed to be more of just a character reveal type situation because we didn't see anything on game modes. If you notice that, there was nothing about like story. If there's a storytelling or story mode of any kind, because that's something that I was hoping for more than anything is like a Subspace Emissary 2. I know some people like were torn about it, but then, you know, obviously when we didn't have it in Smash 4 and the 3DS, you don't know what you have until it's gone. And
I think really... people... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead. I'm talking a mile a minute.
Oh,
please.
Well, I think the biggest issue people had with the Subspace Emissary was at the end where they forced you to basically play through the game twice.
Oh.
And, I mean, I feel that if they just structured the adventure mode a little better, then people would be all for it. It's just, you know.
Yeah. Because I think there's nothing like the magic of seeing all of your favorite Nintendo IP characters, or even non-Nintendo IP characters, just interacting with each other in some sort of, like, you know, crossover event, cinematic situation.
I mean, isn't that why we make crossovers in the first place? Just to see these characters do stuff together.
Exactly. So I really am still hoping. You know, we didn't get an announcement in this trailer, and it makes sense. I still have high hopes because they didn't say anything about any kind of modes in the game. It's mainly just characters, stages, items, some mechanics sprinkled in here and there. And that's fine with me, because if that means later down the line that's something that they'll reveal and focus on, ooh, it's going to be sweet. Ooh, it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Gives me hope, yeah. So, oh, man. Speaking of which, stages, you know, it seems like we're probably going to get, like, it didn't say it in the video, like, it said how... You know, everyone is here. Every character is going to be in this game that's ever been in a Smash game. But it didn't say that every stage is going to be here. So, but we did get to see a lot of stage representation. I think one thing that I noticed and is a big deal to me is the return of like Spear Pillar from Brawl, which I had a blast playing. I know it's not maybe the most competitive stage, but I loved the heck out of that stage, along with, I think,
plus Gen 4 love.
Oh yes, oh yes. And like, I think there was also what's it called, the stage, the second Earthbound stage, it had like
also from Brawl, it had the Chimera that popped up every now and then.
Yeah, dude. Yes. Yeah. So I'm happy to see any new stage representation from previous games, and apparently they updated the graphics on some of the old ones that they're bringing back too, so that's cool.
I wonder if they'll bring back any from the original Smash Brothers though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure if they would. I guess compared to Melee, they're a little, you know, bit more extravagant these days, but you know. And as far as I know, we hadn't really seen the classics come back since... Wait, they were released as DLC, weren't they?
Oh yeah, some of them were. They were, yep.
Well, never mind. They could be on the table to come back as well.
Another thing I was expecting them to talk about was amiibo functionality, but I mean, they briefly mentioned it, and then during the Treehouse Live immediately afterwards, they showed off the new Ridley amiibo and the new Inkling amiibo that will be Smash-specific types. And that's cool and all. I'm still just kind of on the edge of my seat wondering if they're going to try and, like, you know, make an entirely new line, which, holy crud, that'd be crazy, and too much for my pocket. And I think, I get the feeling that they're not going to, which, that's fine. Honestly, I would like to have a better pose for Lucaria, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
But, all around, awesome presentation, super hype. Like, I am so excited for this game, and we got a release date too.
Oh yeah.
December 7th, I believe.
Yeah.
And
That
oh man,
the wait's gonna be hard.
a lot of people, a lot of people were predicting that it would come out like the exact same day as, like, I was looking at a lot of speculation, and people were like, oh yeah, it's gonna be the same day as Nintendo releasing its online. You know, it's gonna be,
Which is in September.
or, you know, it's gonna be, you know, just like make sure it's gonna be sometime before Thanksgiving and Black Friday, Holiday Rush. They can't release it any later than that because they gotta. But no, man, December 7th. I mean, it's still in time for like to buy as a Christmas gift. But wow, they pushed it. You know.
Yeah,
I
they
hope
did.
they don't push it back again. But like, yeah, it's gonna be hard, a long wait, but at the very least we got a release date, and that's kind of crazy, dude. Like, of all the things, we knew next to nothing about this game like a couple of hours ago, or a few hours ago, and then suddenly we know all this and a release date on its like first real, you know, info dump.
Yeah,
And it's
I mean,
coming out this year? Like, what is happening?
It's like, holy crap,
so unheard of.
Nintendo,
Yeah,
you're, yeah.
it's craziness. It's craziness. So, oh, I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
Like, I believe Sakurai stated that, you know, because he's bringing back so many previous playable characters in the Smash Bros. Franchise, that he, you know, hopes we don't expect too many new characters. But what do you think? How many do you think we're gonna actually get beyond what we already have, or in general, how many new characters are we getting?
Well, we've already got 3 new returning characters coming. One of them is an Echo character of Peach, Daisy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Now, honestly, if they actually go knee deep into this whole Echo character territory, Sky is kind of the limit. But I seriously doubt they're gonna go too far based on what Sakurai said. But if we're gonna go for a pure newcomer, I kind of predict that they'll probably add at least one more character.
Right.
Because I feel like that it's kind of that it would make more sense to have like 4 new characters instead of just 3. That there's just something off about that.
Yeah.
But I already predict that it's going to be a Fire Emblem character for the new game that was shown off earlier in the direct.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we're definitely gonna include a new Fire Emblem character.
Yeah, because Sakurai has a hard-on for Fire Emblem.
Yeah, and I'm super excited because I know we're going to get an ARMS character. It's just a matter of time. Like, we didn't see an ARMS character as an assist trophy, which they still might do, but I'm confident that that's going to be a reveal for later on. We're gonna get an ARMS character with a new ARMS stage and everything. Like, the whole works. The works.
Yeah.
But, oh man, I hope we get maybe like, you know, 5-ish more characters, but we'll see. We'll see. I think at this point I'm just happy Lucario's back, my main man, and Dogman, and that my biggest hope moving forward is a story mode. And, you know, actually no, there's one other big hope I have, and that is halfway decent online play, please. I mean, we're gonna be paying for this now, so it better be halfway decent. Come on.
Yeah, it's like your service is no longer free, Nintendo.
Yeah,
you better get it together.
Seriously, you'd hope. So
yeah,
at any rate, yeah.
But I guess with Nintendo these days, you can never really be sure.
Okay, so shall we wrap this up? Any final thoughts? Any, you know, lasting remarks you'd like to say about your impressions of this trailer, about this game?
Well, to go a little deeper on what's arguably the biggest reveal of this, they finally added Ridley into the game, and it's a long time coming. Let me tell you that right now. We needed more villain characters, and not only is Wolf back, but they finally bring the dragon, who's apparently not so big, who apparently is not too big to be in there anymore.
Yes, and if they can do that, they can definitely bring in King K. Rool for another villainous, franchise.
Oh yeah, if they wanted to represent Donkey Kong a little more. I know people wonder isn't King K. Rool owned by Rare, but IP rules that Nintendo owns everything in the Donkey Kong franchise.
I mean, at this point, at this point, dude, like they could probably get Banjo-Kazooie in here if they wanted to. So,
right?
They might as well bring King K. Rool along for the ride as well. But yeah, I think that does it for us. I think we're both super hyped about the game and the coming reveals that will happen. The hype train is not over.
Yeah.
So
just like last year, Nintendo will trickle out more reveals.
Yeah.
As
so
goes.
I will wrap it up here. What did you guys think? Comment below. Give us your answer. We would like to know how your thoughts on this crazy ridiculousness that is the Smash Bros. Hype. Also, if you like the video, leave a like. Follow us if you want to see more information on Smash Bros. Coverage, because I will probably be doing reaction videos for every last bit of news that comes out on this game. Look forward to it. At any rate, we'll see you next time. Thanks again, Patrick, for coming on and guest hosting with me. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
But yeah, we'll see you next video. Have a good one.